Hi, thank you for joining me. I would like to continue the discussion concerning simple setting up of grids or Gridwork 101. If I had a crystal that was not, but I wanted to use the properties, say for instance, this one, and I wanted to use it in this grid, but the size is so much smaller than the other two. What I would do then is I would either take a crystal, which this crystal is not the same size, but I would place it on it or next to it. It has a flat side, so I would place it on it. This one is similar in size to these. And so it would be a better choice. However, the properties in this crystal are the properties that I want to focus on. So I would place this crystal, small crystal, on top of the larger one. Once I place this small crystal on top of the larger one, I would then, using my intention, I can either do it mentally or say it out loud, join these two crystals together to work together. This bottom crystal is a quartz crystal, and it will help magnify and boost the energy of this crystal. So even though it's smaller, this larger crystal will boost the energy of this smaller crystal and make it almost the same as these other two. So I would intentionally join these two together and tell them to work together. Request that they work together for my purpose. Now, if this was my main one, I would place it here. But this crystal is the same as this one. This one is just smoother. These two are the same. So I would place this here. By the same token, I do have another smaller one. If I wanted to work only with these and not this particular crystal, then I would place two quartz crystals here and another of the smaller ones. So although I don't have three of these large pieces, by me connecting this small piece to this larger crystal and this smaller piece to this larger crystal, it is the same as having three larger pieces of this one, because these two small ones are the same. And now I can work with this as if these all were this one particular type of crystal. One thing that I must interject here is when you work with crystals, sometimes you have to ask the crystal if it will help you with a particular project that you have and wait for an answer. Some people will ask the crystal and then continue on, but that crystal may not want to work with you in that particular purpose. And so what I will do sometimes is I will enter the space where my crystals are, and I will ask the crystals to assist me with a particular project. In doing so, certain crystals will stand out, either mentally or flash their the way that they look, their face, I call it, in my mental mind. They will give me a picture of them, no matter how large or small, and I will know that's the crystal that wants to work with me in this particular project. So let me just say that was 3 crystals. Also have at times work with 4 crystals. And I'm intentionally trying to use different ones so that you know all of the crystals do not have to be the exact same type crystal. This is a crystal with 4, and you will connect these. All crystals are connected in the same way. If I wanted to do a crystal with grid with 6 crystals, and that's a lot of times is what I do, I will set my crystals up according to how the number of crystals that I want to use. All are coming to the middle. Energy is coming here. I would place another point in the middle to direct the energy outward. If I did not have a point to place in the middle to direct the energy outward, then what I would do is turn all of these so that the points are going outward. Excuse me, and that would help to work and create this particular intent and energy in my environment. That is without having a middle piece, because you don't have to have a middle piece. Now, if I'm going to sit or lie in this crystal grid, then I will have all points going inward. This is 6 pieces. If you notice, I generally try to set the pieces across from each other. That way it's kind of balanced. The shape may not be exact, but it will give you, but it's sort of balanced. And now I will add another piece. I generally will not have 2 of like pieces right next to each other. So I'm going to place this one here. I just added 1 extra piece there. I was trying to make sure all of these are slightly different. There's 2, 4, 6. And even though this is flat, it can act as the 8th piece. There. Now it's not an octagon, and that is okay.